I'm Del.
Hello, I'm Layla.
I'm Nikki.
And I'm Laura, and we are all here from Polka Theatre!
Woohoo!
Woo!
And we're here today at the amazing Clownfish Studios to celebrate all the wonderful work that all you Year 3 children have been doing during the Right Here, Right Now project. But before we get started, I want to do a big shout out to all my lovely lot from Poplar Primary School. And that's Marley, Naomi, Aganya, Aaliyah, Liam, Yao, Sophia, Amelia, Patricia and Runaz.
And I want to give a big wave and say hello to all the children from Malmesbury Primary School. Hello Addie, Poppy Rose, Jasmine, Esperanza, Shiloh, Charlie, Fahanda, Mediha, Riley and Aisha. And I would also like to say hello to the children from Poplar Primary School. Hello Anna, Jack, Jacob, Amy, Bella, Leo, Alex, Francisca, Ayana and Jamie.
We should also have the fabulous children from Kings Oak Primary School. Hello, Alicia, Oscar, Aaliyah, Teo, Ibrahim, Faith, Renelle, Sarah Marie, Ronnie and Stephania.
And let's not forget my wonderful lot from Ashmole School! Latrice, Leah, Vivi, Maya, Zenith, Shake, Winston, Davis, Denver. Hi everyone!
Right, we have so much to get through and celebrate. But before we do, I think we should all have a big, giant polka warm-up. And I'm going to start this by doing some hello waves. So can we all stand up? And you can join in with these waves as well. So can you rub your hands together, get them really nice and warm? That's it, nice and warm. Then stretch up as high as you can, wave your hands and say, hello, sky!
Hello, Sky!
Then make yourself as small as you can. Scrunch up small, wave and say, hello, teachers!
Hello, teachers!
Then we're going to wave all around and say, hello, friends!
Hello, friends!
Now, in my pocket here, I've got a squeaky voice. So I'm going to throw this to you. I'd like you to get ready to catch it. It's coming. Catch. Good catch. Now put your squeaky voice in and give it a chew. Chew that squeaky voice. Let's see what those voices sound like. So rub your hands together, get them nice and warm. Then stretch up as high as you can with your squeaky voice. Hello, Sky! Hello, Sky! Make yourself really small. Hello, teachers! Hello, teachers! And waving all around. Hello, friends! Hello, friends! And take out your squeaky voice. We're going to do one more voice. In this pocket, I've got a big, deep voice. Here it is. It's heavy, this one. So get ready to catch it. It's coming. Catch! Heavy. So put your big deep voice in and give it a big chew. Very chewy. Show me how chewy it is. Oh, really chewy. Let's see what your big deep voices sound like. So rub your hands together, get them nice and warm. Then stretch up as high as you can.
Hello, Sky. Hello, Sky.
Make yourself really small.
Hello, teachers. Hello, teachers. Hello, friends. Hello, friends.
And then take out your big deep voice and put your own voice back in.
That was fab. Thank you, Del. Now we're going to do my favourite warm-up. It's called Funky Chicken. You might have done it with me. You might recognise it. You need a little bit of space because we're going to do some kicking. So just make sure you don't kick the desk and hurt yourself. So we are going to shake one arm 16 times and we're going to count to 16. So this is for you too if you're good at maths. By the way, teachers, we're spying on you, so you have to join in too. So 16 shakes of this arm, 16 shakes of the other arm, 16 shakes of one foot, 16 shakes of the other foot. Then we're going to do 8 shakes, 8 shakes, 8 shakes, 8 shakes, 4, 4, 4, 4, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Then you're going to jump up and you're going to shout the name of our fabulous project right here, right now. Are we ready? Everyone count together. Deep breath in.
and go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Right here, right now!
Wow, I definitely feel more warmed up after that and ready for our celebrations. Working with all of you on this project has been such a fantastic experience. You should be very proud of yourselves for what you have created and achieved, for all of the brilliant practical drama work that you've done and, of course, your wonderful writing.
We are extremely proud of you, and we thought it would be a good idea to read about some of the awesome stories that you have created. So we've asked a few Polka friends to read them out for us. So take it away, Kerry.
Hello, I'm Kerry Bennell, and I would like to say huge congratulations to everyone who took part in Polka Theatre's brilliant Right Here, Right Now creative writing project. We have received such beautiful stories, some terrifying, some enchanting, some sad and some fabulous. They're all really, really wonderful, and I wanted to share one with you today. So this is an extract of a story called The Haunted City, and it's written by Bella and Leo from Poplar Primary School. So well done to you guys. The Haunted City. Here we go. There was once a haunted city called London. It smelled like smoke from the explosions by witches mixed with fire. You could hear the wicked witches laughing as they cursed 100 children. The haunted city was dark. There was no light and no sun. In the distance, there was an unlucky woman called Lola. Lola had long, blonde, wavy hair. She wore jeans and a purple-blue t-shirt and a blue cape. She had a thin body. She was wearing white sneakers. She was unlucky because she was surprisingly being chased by a bear. Luckily, just before the bear reached her, a leaf fell on her head and transported her somewhere else. Oh, that is a relief. She had been transported to a strange forest. The forest was as big as a city and as green as grass. Out of nowhere, a magical, beautiful bird appeared with green leaf feathers. It flew by and dropped another magical feather on Lola's head. But this time, the bird also dropped a piece of paper. Before she could do anything, the bird said to Lola that she needed to solve a riddle. The riddle was, it gets bigger and bigger when you remove a part of it. Lola knew this one, and she said, "Aho!" She was so happy about it that she cheered out loud. Then the bird told Lola what the paper was for. The paper is magical. You can draw anything, and whatever you draw will come alive. Lola used the magical leaf to teleport back to London, but she found herself in a robber's house. It was very dark, and Lola was very, very scared. Suddenly, in the blink of an eye, she saw someone move towards her. It was the robber. As quick as a flash, the robber snatched both the leaf of teleportation and the magic paper from Lola and ran away. But she knew that the robber had to come back to his house at some point. So she waited and waited for the robber to come back. To be continued. Dun, dun, dun. Oh my goodness me, what happens? I need to know. That was a wonderful story. Thank you so much for sending it in. And huge congratulations and well done to everyone who took part. Keep on writing and creating and doing wonderful things over the summer, and we will see you again very soon. Bye-bye.
Hi, my name is Adia Depitan, Paralympic wheelchair basketball player, TV travel presenter, and also the author of the Cyborg Cat series of children's books. Now, I'd like to say a huge congratulations to all of you for taking part in Polka Theatre's Right Here, Right Now creative writing project. You've all created some fabulous stories, and I'm now going to read one called Sophie and the Book, written by Aganya, Naomi, Marley, Elia, Patricia, Emilia, Runaz, Liam, Sophia, and Yao from Poplar Primary School. So, boys and girls, mums and dads, and all the lovely teachers out there, take your seats and prepare to be wowed. Wrapped up warm against the icy cold wind, a girl called Sophie huddled under her bedclothes in a mammoth flat that was crumbling apart. The weather was unbearably stormy. The full moon was awake. The lightning was as bright as the sun, and the thunder was as loud as a roar. Suddenly, she woke up feeling cold and shattered. Next to her bed, the little girl saw a dusty ancient book and a key, and she cautiously opened it and saw a shimmering, sparkly, scaly dragon and angry goblins starting to appear out of nowhere on the page. She didn't know this, but the book had a mysterious curse on it. Out of nowhere, the great big green dragon flew out of the book. Whoa! The little girl was extremely petrified, and she tried to hastily tiptoe off in fear. But the mystical creature started following her. The shining, shimmering dragon was gigantic and could barely fit in the room. The dragon flew as rapidly as a running tiger. Then a slimy goblin came out of the book and also started chasing Sophie. She wanted to call the police, but she couldn't because she didn't have her phone on her. Sophie was never so horrified in her life. She started walking, then speed walking, then jogging. Then she ran. She didn't want the monsters to catch her. Sophie was running for her life. My life. Next thing she knew, the dragon and the goblin had put her inside the magical, mystical book. Then the book closed. She was freezing cold and she was trembling in fear. The dragon blew fire on the ground and made a huge fire circle, so she was trapped. Sophie was so terrified and scared that she couldn't look at the GGGs. Sophie tried to find a way out of the fire circle, but there was no way out. How do I get out? Sophie was shouting hopelessly and crying in fear. She screamed for help, help! But no one could hear her. Sophie was stuck for hours. Then she saw a figure appearing inside the fire circle. The figure kept on getting closer and closer. When the shape got closer to Sophie, she noticed that it was a horse. She rushed and got on the horse, and the horse jumped out of the ring of fire and took her to another girl who told Sophie to jump down and stomp very hard and a lot. So they stomped and stomped and stomped and stomped a lot, which suddenly made the book open up. The girl, who was actually a witch, became Sophie's best friend. The witch cast a spell on the huge fire circle. Ha! And then she also cast a spell with her wand on the huge dragon. Take that! Sophie shivered nervously, but the spell turned the monster into a nice and kind dragon. Hey, how do you do? Don't you mind my fiery breath? I'm just a dragon. Back in Sophie's room, her brother saw the book and saw what was going on. And so he reached in and plucked her out of the horrible cursed book. And she tumbled onto the hard floor of her room. Sophie hugged her brother. Sophie quickly got the key and locked the book up. And she never opened that book again. Wow, wow, wow. How good was that? I mean, you guys had me at Dragon. I really loved reading that book. But listen, well done, children from Kramer Primary School, and well done to everyone who took part in Right Here, Right Now. Keep creating and keep writing and keep sharing your stories to everyone. Take care. Bye-bye.
Hello, I'm Stephen Mangan, and congratulations to all of you for taking part in Polka Theatre's Right Here, Right Now creative writing project. There have been some incredible stories, and I'm going to read one of them for you now. It's called The Lava Monster, and it's written by Eades and Poppy Rose from Malmesbury Primary School. So, boys and girls, mums and dads, lovely teachers, take a seat. Here we go. 2,000 years ago in ancient Pompeii, there was the Temple of Jupiter. Inside it was like a pretty palace full of mysterious treasures. In the center was a statue of Jupiter made of jade stone. The stone was as shiny as glitter, and on the ceiling was a giant chandelier made of jewels. In the streets were the market people and lots of customers who were haggling to get the best prices. Dion the ninja was haggling for some golden nunchucks, a katana and a scythe. Dion was as brave as a lion, as busy as a bee, and as short as a dwarf. His palms were sweatier than water splashed around you. After he bought the weapons for a good price, he heard people screaming and heading away from the harbour. That's strange, he thought. He ran to where the people were coming from. Suddenly, he saw the thing that was scaring the people away. He froze to the spot. It was the lava monster. It had 10 tentacles, and its whole body was made of lava, which was as hot as the sun. It had stone eyes and spiky hair. Dion used his scythe to make an earthquake. The lava monster jumped not one bit. The thing lashed a tentacle and caught Dion. After he got caught, Dion used his golden sword to cut the tentacle and get free. In the blink of an eye, amazingly, it grew another one. Dion's heart was beating. His knees were trembling like jelly, and his tummy was doing somersaults. But he got out his bow and arrow and aimed straight for the monster's forehead. It was a perfect shot, and the lava monster was hurt badly and couldn't carry on with the fight. It was defeated. But while Dion was getting praised, the monster opened its eyes and scuttled back to the cave and came out with another monster made of rock. Dion knew he would need some help to win this battle. To be continued. Oh my goodness, I can't wait to see what happens next. Well done, Eades and Poppy Rose. What a fantastic story, and well done everyone who took part in Right Here, Right Now. Keep creating, keep writing, and good luck with your stories. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Papa Eseju, and I want to say huge congratulations to all of you for taking part in Polka Theatre's Right Here, Right Now. Today I'm going to be reading an extract from a story called The Rat Who Went to Space, written by Winston and Chick from Ashmole Primary School. So yeah, boys and girls, mums and dads, ladies and gentlemen, and all you lovely teachers out there, strap yourselves in. It's going to be a wild ride. Once upon a time, there was a rat called Steve. He lived in a foul-smelling sewer in London with his miserable but kind friend, Ben. Together, they would go scavenging in bins looking for food. Their favourite food was rotten cabbage and banana skins. It was a good day if they found rotten cabbage and banana skins. A really good day. However, the thing was that Steve had an ambition, a passion, a belief. He wanted to go into space. And nothing was going to get in the way. Even Ben's negative comments. Oh, Steve, you're a rat, and rats don't go into space. Rats are the poor, forgotten creatures of the universe. We do not get to develop dreams and follow them. But Steve disagreed. Steve had wanted to go into space ever since he had found a toy space helmet in a bin outside number 56 Kennington Park Road. He had dreamed of floating through the endless black expanse, of seeing the magical planets turning on their axes and standing on the cheesy moon. He had wondered if the moon was really made of cheese, as everyone said it was, and if so, what kind? Camembert? Halloumi? Epoisse? Oh, how he hoped it was made of epoisse. It was just so cheesy. Now, the other thing that Steve liked to find in rubbish bins was the daily newspaper. He didn't like the Times so much because it was too full of comments about a man called Boris Johnson. But he loved the Metro because it had a section called What's On This Week? And in the last Metro he found, he had read a space rocket was due to be launched from the Oval Cricket Ground on Monday the 19th of July 2020. Steve was beyond excitement. It was the day his dream of going into space was going to come true. Ben said, "You'll never be let on to the rocket." You're such a curmudgeon. "I don't care. I'll sneak on," said Steve, standing up to his grumpy bestie. But as he left the sewer to embark on his adventure, he looked back and saw a tear in his friend's eye. "Please come back safe and sound. I don't know what I'll do without you. I have something for you, by the way, a little lunchbox for if you get hungry in space, for if the moon is not made out of cheese." "Thank you," said Steve. "I will come back. I promise." And he gave his friend a ratty hug before turning on his paw and departing. Woo! Wow! I don't know what happens next. Well done, Winston and Chick, for an amazing story. And well done to everyone else who took part in Right Here, Right Now. Keep creating, keep writing, and keep sharing your stories. Until next time, goodbye.
Hello, I'm Michael Rosen and I write children's books, and I'd like to say a huge congratulations to you for taking part in Polka Theatre's Right Here, Right Now creative writing project. You've all created some fabulous stories, and I'm now going to read an extract from a story called Sweeper and the Gem, written by Ronelle from King's Oak Primary School. So boys and girls, mums and dads, and all you lovely teachers out there, take your seats. Do you believe in aliens? After you've read this, you might. One day, a green alien came with its moon-shaped spaceship to Earth. He landed in the garden of a house, found a door, and rolled in and found a girl sleeping. In her room, he saw a blue, sparkling gem on the desk. He thought it would be good to sell it back home so he could buy gold moon rocks. When he took it, the little girl woke up. "Hey, what are you doing in here?" shouted the little girl. "I am Sweeper, and I am taking your gem," the alien replied. Sweeper the alien had green fur and a blue mouth and had no legs. Rosie, the little girl, could see he wasn't a bad alien and thought, well, he was kind of nice. So she decided it would be fun for him to stay with her, but it needed to hide him so no one would find out. But unfortunately, her mum came in and saw him. She said, "What is that strange thing?" But before Rosie could say anything, She called the police. Soon after, the police came to take the alien away. They injected Sweeper with a sleeping drug. His eyes drooped and he fell on the ground. Rosie felt dark-hearted. "Mum, why did you do that? You never let me explain." Rosie stormed off and slammed her bedroom door shut. She needed to think. Maybe she could help Sweeper escape. While the police were talking to her mum, she quickly went to rescue the alien. She ran out of the room into her bedroom and opened the window. Rosie threw out a rope, tucked sleeping Sweeper under her arm and slid down to the ground. Suddenly, the gem which Sleeper had in his tummy pouch began to glow, which woke him up. "Where am I?" he said. Rosie said, "I'm rescuing you. It's time to go home, and you can keep the gem." Rosie had tears in her eyes as she said goodbye and placed Sweeper in his moon-shaped spaceship in her garden. Then the police noticed the rope. As they placed their heads out of the window, they saw a small moon whizzing by. "Oh, what's that?" they said. "It's, Sweeper's spaceship," Rosie said. "Who's Sweeper?" the police said. "My friend," said Rosie. "Oh, wow, my goodness, what a great story. Well done, Renelle, and well done to everyone who took part in Right Here, Right Now. Keep creating, keep writing, and keep sharing your stories to everyone. Yes, bye."
Whoa, what amazing stories. Did you recognise any of those faces? Maybe you have read one of their books or seen them acting at the theatre or on TV. Maybe in the future you could be a writer, actor or a sports person like them.
I think we might have a few more people who want to be part of the celebrations. So let's hear a few more stories.
Hello, Joe Lycett here. I am thrilled to be reading a story for the Right Here, Right Now project from the Polka Theatre. Well done, everyone, for writing your stories. Keep writing them. It's my favourite thing to do, writing stories. And I'm delighted to read this one, which is by Anna and Jack from Poplar Primary School, and this is called The Zombie and the Unicorn. Once upon a time, there was an old cottage, as old as a rotten banana peel. When the wind blew, the cottage squeaked like a mouse. The roof was made from scratchy straw and full of sticky spiderwebs. The wood was as dark as night and smelled like sweaty, stinky socks. In the dark green cottage lived an evil and leafy green zombie fairy. In the dingy dark forest there also lived a white unicorn footballer with a pink horn and a pink tail. The unicorn liked to play football, and the zombie fairy liked to be extra evil. One day, the unicorn footballer was out playing in the forest, and he kicked his big ball into the crooked door of the haunted house. Smash! The haunted house is where the zombie fairy makes his deadly potions. The zombie fairy was not happy and kicked the football and made it unmagical. Meanwhile, the unicorn footballer rushed towards the door of the cottage and found himself face to face to the zombie fairy. Then the unicorn footballer remembered that if you kick the football at someone, it would turn them into silver stone, but it only lasts 10 minutes. And if you kick it again, it turns into a magic wand, and you can teleport with it. Without a sound, he crept over to the football and kicked it at the zombie fairy. Then he picked up the magical wand and teleported it back to his wonderful home. At home, he heard a creaky knock at the door. The unicorn footballer walked over to open it, and to his surprise, the zombie fairy was at the door. The zombie fairy said, "Sorry, can we be friends?" And the unicorn footballer said, "Okay," and they played football in the green, hot garden. That is a great story. What a lovely twist at the end. Well done, Anna and Jack. And congratulations again to everyone for the Right Here, Right Now project. And as I say, keep writing stories. I can't wait to read more. See you soon.
Hello, I'm Joanna Lumley. And you might remember me as the Queen in Gangster Granny, or even Aunt Spiker from James and the Giant Peach. I'd like to say huge congratulations to all of you for taking part in Polka Theatre's Right Here, Right Now creative writing project. You've all created some fabulous stories, and I'm now going to read an extract from a story called The Rainbow Rock, written by Stefania from King's Oak Primary School. So get ready, warm up your seats, warm up your imaginations. And here's Stefania's story. Once upon a time, there was a prince called Ash. He was prince of the desert, a kind and clever young man who knew where every waterhole and every wave of sand was in the desert. The prince owned a special camel who was called Asher. One day, Asher and Ash were riding to find some food when they saw a magic rock which had all the colours of the rainbow on it. He stopped the camel and Ash picked up the rock and put it in his backpack. Was this rock made of honey or snow? Sometime later, Ash felt a hot heat from the backpack and it made him sweat. The rock was burning. At the same time, in a faraway castle, a Princess Crystal felt hot too. She had a rock too, but her rock had been stolen by one of her guards. The guard had hidden it for himself in the desert, but the princess had the power to read minds, and she knew it was him, and she knew where to find the rock. So Princess Crystal got her tiger and rode him out to where she knew the guard had hidden her rock. When she got off her tiger, she saw the prince sitting on the ground and had something in his hand. "Hey, you have found my rock," she said to Prince Ash. "No, I found it first," said the prince. Princess Crystal looked more closely at the prince and with a shocked face realised he was her brother. "My brother," she said, and she hugged him for a long time. "I remember you as my sister when I was little," the prince said. The hot rock had been able to bring the sister and brother together after 10 years apart. My goodness, what a lovely story. Well done, Stefania. And a great big well done to everyone who took part in Right Here, Right Now. Keep creating, keep writing, and keep sharing your stories with everyone. See you again soon. Bye-bye, sweethearts. Bye-bye.
Hello, my name is Jamel Westman. I played Alexander Hamilton in Hamilton the Musical. I am also a proud patron of Polka Theatre, and I want to firstly congratulate everyone that got involved in Polka Theatre's Right Here, Right Now creative writing project. There have been some awesome stories told by all of you, and I have the honour of reading an extract from Ghost Sword by Aisha and Riley from Malmesbury Primary School. Big up Malmesbury Primary School, Aisha and Riley. Here we go. So, young children, young people, parents, empowering teachers, take a seat. This is gonna be banging. Once upon a time, there was a magic castle in the distance. When we walked up to it, we could see there were shimmering gems as shiny as a star on the door. We opened the door and saw a queen sitting on her shiny, sparkly throne. She was as tall as a tree, and she wore a dress made of animal fur. Her voice was as loud as a lion, and her hair was as long as Rapunzel's. She walked up to us and said, "Hello, do you want to come in?" We went in and saw loads of sparkly gems on the walls. Then she asked, "Do you want some food and water?" And we said, "Yes, please. Thank you for asking." Next, the Queen said, "I challenge you to go to the haunted house." And we said, "Okay, but before we do it, We need invisible ghost swords. We walked down the road towards the haunted house. We felt scared. Our hearts were beating as fast as a cheetah, and our knees were wobbly as a worm. We walked into the haunted house, and as we walked in, we saw a ghost, and we used our ghost swords to slice its head off. We went further into the haunted house. We met a hero who told us about a ghost who had a magic necklace. So we searched for it. We found the ghost, stabbed it, but then it turned into a zombie. Suddenly, a thief appeared and joined the zombies' team. Luckily, we had the necklace and a sword from the Queen, and the hero had a cannon. We defeated them with the sword and the cannon, but the cannon did most of the work. We were lucky because the cannon was powerful and slayed them in one hit. After the battle, we went back home. Then it all went back to normal, and were no longer terrified. That was awesome. I really enjoyed that. What an awesome story. Well done to Aisha and Riley for telling it. I had the best time reading it. I hope you had the best time hearing it, listening it, imagining it, seeing it in your mind's eye. Well done to everyone else as well who took part in the Right Here, Right Now experience. Keep writing, keep creating, keep imagining, keep dreaming, and most importantly, keep sharing your stories. Goodbye, one and all. Take care.
Hello, I'm David Williams, and I'm reading a fantastic story called The Apple Tree by Latrice and Zenith from Jamel Primary School. One morning in autumn, when the apples were looking particularly delectable, the twins decided to ignore their mum's advice, and they set off into the forest. It was not at all what they'd expected, for they passed a leopard's den and a stream that flowed with lemonade, and they saw an ant's nest where the ants were all neon pink. However, it wasn't hard to find the apple tree, despite such dazzling distractions, because there were signposts all over the woods saying, "This way to the apple tree." When they saw the tree, it was just as enticing and majestic as they had imagined it would be. They looked left and they looked right, and there was no sight of any monster or kidnapper or whatever it was that had snatched the girl. The twins were brave and plucky anyway, and they approached the apple tree with gusto. However, just as they were about to reach up to a branch and pick an apple, two giant golden hands grabbed them by the neck, one twin in each hand, and swept them up into the sky, flying them over lands and seas, up, up, up. They shouted to each other, "What's going on? Where are we going?" Twiddle-dee-Dum shouted to her sister, "I'm never going to touch an apple tree again in my whole life." And Twiddle-dee-Doo shouted back, "I think I prefer strawberries anyway." They felt wobbly and worried. Their stomachs felt like scrambled eggs as they were thrown through the sky. They were terrified. Finally, the giant hands plonked them down on top of a rather wet and hazy thing. It was a multicoloured and seemed to sweep from one side of the earth to another. Hang on a minute. It was a rainbow. They'd been plonked down on top of a rainbow. Wow. Well, that wasn't so bad, was it? On top of the rainbow sat a girl with long golden hair, a golden body, and golden clothes. In fact, everything about her was golden, but one part of her body was missing. She had no hands. And she didn't seem that happy about it because she was crying her eyes out. Well, crying is actually a huge understatement. She was bawling her eyes out. She was wailing. She was blubbering and howling. "What happened to your hands?" asked Twiddle-dee-Doo. "Shh," said her sister. "You're not supposed to ask people things like that." But it seemed that the golden girl, whose name was Beatrice, was happy to answer. What a fantastic story, and I can't wait to find out what happens next. All the stories were absolutely fantastic, and well done to all of you who took part in this incredible writing challenge.
Did you recognise some of those readers? Wow! Now please don't worry if your story was not read out today. All your stories have been filmed by either a children's writer, actor or TV personality. And from tomorrow, on Tuesday the 20th of July, 2 stories will be shown via Polka's social media channels each day. So don't forget to check it out so you don't miss yours.
We really hope you enjoyed listening to your stories. You've all worked so hard and we are incredibly proud of you. We hope that you enjoyed working with us. We had a brilliant time working with you. Can you remember all those films back in January and February time? It seems so long ago now, doesn't it?
We do need to thank some very wonderful people who have made this all possible. Right Here, Right Now is a fully funded project, and Polka has received funding from the Ashley Family Foundation, Rowan Bentel Charitable Trust, Kaliva Foundation, the John Horseman Trust, the J.P. Jacobs Charitable Trust, J.P. Foundation, L&Q Foundation, Osborne Publishing Limited, Joan Wilkinson Charitable Trust. Thank you to you all for making this project possible.
Your teachers will have received some certificates that they're going to hand out and congratulate you for taking part in the Right Here, Right Now project. We'd also like to say a huge thank you to all of our special readers. Kerry Burnell, Adi Adepitan, Stephen Mangan, Papa Essiedu, Michael Rosen, Joe Lycett, Joanna Lumley, Jamel Westman and David Williams. But it is now time for us to say goodbye. But before we disappear from your screens, we have one last thing to say. Keep on being brilliant. Keep on being you. You're confident, creative. Just look what you can do.
Keep on being curious. Your imagination will grow. Keep on being helpful. You are unique, you know.
Keep on learning. We know that you'll go far. You are just so brilliant. To us, you are all stars.
You've got so many ideas. This is very clear. Share your ideas with the world. We give you all a cheer!
Bye-bye!